In this illo talk, I want to talk about making die cut lines for stickers or anything else that's going to be kind of a dimensional die cut situation. And die cut lines are just telling a computerized printer where to cut. You can see kind of on the outside edge there, there's kind of that cut line that's going on. And so it's something that's a little bit more interesting than a square, or a circle. And so I'm going to start with the stickers that I've done here. You can see a bunch of stickers. And I've got this one here, and you can see that I've got this illustration. And all of that is contained in these layers here in my layers panel. I'm working in Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to hide the text layer, and I'm going to highlight all the layers that have any of that illustration in it. There's a number of ways to do this, but this is the easiest way to understand. And so I'm going to grab those layers. You can see that I'm going to drag it down, and right at the bottom there you'll see the new layer button. I'm going to drag it over there until you see that plus sign, and then it makes a copy. So you now see a copy of each one of those layers. And so that's a copy of everything that is in that illustration. Now I'm going to grab all the originals and I'm just going to hide them because I don't want to select them. I'm going to leave those alone. Once I've hidden those, then I want to kind of Command A, which will select everything that's shown, right? And you'll see the little square box to the right of that layer. You'll see that it's selected everything that is shown. Then you're going to press Command G to group it. That'll group it all into one thing. Then you're going to go to your Pathfinder panel. And if you don't know where your Pathfinder panel is, you can go to Window, Pathfinder. It's in alphabetical order, and that'll pull it up. So on the Pathfinder panel, you're going to press the Unite button, which is going to be under the shape modes all the way on the left. And that's going to combine everything into a single shape. And so you can see that it's all a single shape there. There's a little artifacting and some things that were kind of left out that we need to clean up just a touch here. So I'm just going to move some things around just a little bit and kind of clean up the strays. But really what I'm looking for is I want a nice solid outline of everything in one single shape. And anything that isn't that gets deleted. Now go to Object, Path, Offset Path. Object Path, Offset Path is going to expand or contract this shape, but it's different than like using Alt, to drag from the center or whatever, because it doesn't drag the shape from the center, it expands from each point. And so once you press that, you get this menu. You can press the up or down keys, or you can type in a specific increment. In the preview there, you can kind of see that darker purple line, that kind of steel blue, and it creates another shape. Now I've got two shapes over here in the layers panel, and I'll just color one of these so you can see what's going on. The green is the new shape that we created based on the steel blue, the original shape that we made, right? And so the offset path is the green. And I don't need that steel blue anymore, so I'm going to delete that. And now what I have is I have the shape that I'm going to use to create my die cut line. So I'm going to turn on all of the original illustration layers. I'm going to drag this layer down to the bottom, and you can see that it kind of traces the outside edge of that. And so this next part really kind of depends on what it is that you need to do for your printer. And so you'll want to talk to your printer, but typically it's going to be you change it to a spot color and you name that swatch something specific. And so I'm going to get rid of my fill, and I'm going to turn a spot color, which just means it's CMYK, 0% everything except for one of those is 100. So this one is 100% magenta, right? And so then I can go to my swatch panel and I click New Swatch, okay? And then I go in here and I rename this, and different printers or different plotters will have you name this differently, but my printer likes to have it cut contour. All right, change that to a spot color, click OK. But then when you apply that to your stroke, you now have the die cut line. Now if you wanted to, you could stop here, but you might want to clean some stuff up. For example, I don't want these holes in the middle, so I'm going to use my white arrow tool, and I'm just going to click on those and delete those. You also might want a less ragged edge. I don't know if I want all these little steps or all these extra anchor points along the top there. So you can go to Object, Path, Simplify. It's going to give you some sliders, and those sliders you can kind of increase or decrease the simplicity or complexity of that outer line. And that's obviously too simple. And so you can see I'm just going to adjust these sliders back and forth until I kind of get something that I like. So just to review, highlight everything in your illustration and make a copy of it in your layers panel. Then you're going to go to your Pathfinder, combine it all. Then you're going to go to Object, Path, Offset Path. Get that, dial that into the way you want it. You might go to Object, Path, Simplify at that point in time, but that pretty much gives you what you need to get it done. And then from there, it's just however your particular printer wants it delivered. So that's that. That's how you create a die cut line in Illustrator. Remember, ask your printer first how they want the file. If you're doing online, they should have instructions, or give them a call and see how they want that file so you can set it up right. If you want to take a look at my stickers or be notified when I do more of these videos, you can go to coreykerr.com/stickers, and you can look at the stickers there that I've got, and I'm always adding more, and so check that out.
My dad said to say, get your stickers at coreykerr.com.